Hello children, welcome you all to my English grammar class on Madhu App. Okay dear children, today we are going to discuss about direct and indirect speech. And it is our last part of the direct and indirect speech. Before going to discuss about direct and indirect speech, we will discuss what we discussed in our last class. You see, number one, if the reported part is a yes-no interrogative, or WH interrogative, how to change from direct speech into indirect speech we discussed. Number one, in our last class we discussed these things. And number two, if the reported speech part is an imperative sentences, how we shall change from direct speech into indirect speech. Do three things. That means if the reported speech part is a yes-no interrogative, how will change from direct speech into indirect speech. If the reported speech part is a WH interrogative, how we shall change from direct speech to indirect speech. And we also discussed if the reported speech part is an imperative sentences, how we shall change from direct speech into indirect speech. Okay dear children, today we are going to discuss about something more about direct and indirect speech. Today we will discuss if the reported speech part is an exclamatory sentence. The reporting verb is changed to exclaim with or exclaim with joy. Okay, exclaim with joy, or exclaim with sorrow, or exclaim with fear, or exclaim with anger, exclaim with wonder, exclaim with surprise, exclaim with pain, exclaim with regret, or exclaim with cause. Or we can also write tell with surprise, or tell with excitement, in this way we can change what? The reporting verb when we change from direct speech into indirect speech. And that is also used at the end of the reporting verb part. This is not past, this is part. P-A-R-T, this is part. That means after the reporting verb part, we will use what? That. Okay, dear children? Okay. Now we will take some examples. Number one. You see, direct speech. Number one example. The stranger said, "What a fine temple it is." You see, it is an exclamatory sentence. And when it is an exclamatory sentence, we have already discussed that the reporting verb will be changed. That means when we change from direct speech into indirect speech, how we will change? The stranger exclaimed that. We may also write exclaimed with surprise. We may also write exclaimed with surprise or exclaimed that. Okay, and the exclamatory sentence change into declarative sentence. So how will change? It was a very fine temple. Okay, and that is used after the what part? After the reporting verb part, we use that. That means that is used to combine the reporting part and reported part. Okay. Number two. He said, "Hurrah, we have won the match." You see how we will change from direct speech into indirect speech. We have already discussed that the reporting will be changed. He exclaimed with joy that, you see, We means he, we means they. Because here we have, that means he means here they. That's why we changed it into they here. And the sentence is in the present perfect tense, and that's why the tense of this part will be changed into past perfect tense. And that's why we will, when we change from direct speech into indirect speech, what will be the sentence? He exclaimed with joy that they had won the match. Okay, right? Next, number 3. He said, alas, my pet dog is no more. You see, here is a word of interjection, and completely this word is used for regret or sorrow. Then how we will change the reporting verb? You see, he told with regret. Okay, he said, alas, my pet dog is no more. That means here the reporting verb is changed into what? Told with regret. He told with regret that my pet dog, here my, he represent here my. That's why we will use the possessive word his instead of mine. And my pet dog means his pet dog was no more. Here present simple will be changed into past simple because the reporting verb is in the past tense. Okay. Next we will discuss something more about direct and indirect speech. If the reported speech part is a wish or a prayer, the reporting verb is also changed into wish. Okay? Now we will take some examples. Number 1. The priest said, may God bless you. You see, here is a what? Here is a prayer. And that's why we will change the reporting verb into wish, as it is in the past tense, and that's why wish is changed into wished. The priest wished that, okay, here what? God is the subject, so God might bless him. Okay, we may also write what? In this way, God may use beginning with a capital letter. The priest wished that God might bless him. Okay, that means you means who? A person. Okay. Number 2. Mother said to Ankita, may God bless you with a bright future. Okay. So how will change? You see, mother wished Ankita that God may will be changed into might because it is in the present, and we will change into modal past. God might bless. Here you means who? Ankita. So bless her with a bright future. Next, my grandmother said, may you live long. So how will change? You see, my grandfather, not grandmother, grandfather, sorry children, my grandfather wished that, here you means I might live long. So in this way, we will change from direct speech to indirect speech if, okay, the reported speech part is a wish or a prayer. Okay. See, if the reported speech part is the following miscellaneous sentence, the reporting verb is changed according to the sense of the sentence. We will discuss one after another. Now we will take some examples. He said to me, thanks. You see, that means here this part will be changed into a verb. That means he thanked me. He said to me, thanks. That means he thanked me. So according to the sense, it has been changed. The Prime Minister said to P. Sindhu, P. Sindhu means what? P.V. Sindhu, congratulations. That means congratulations will be, it is a noun and now it will be changed into verb. That means the Prime Minister congratulated P. Sindhu. You see, so according to the sense it has been changed. Next, he said, welcome my friend. So how will change? You see, he, here, welcome will be changed into welcomed. He welcomed. Okay, my friend means his friend. His friend. That means he welcomed his friend is the what? Indirect speech of who? He said, welcome my friend. Next, he said to me, good morning. When it is good morning, we will change wish. He wished me a good morning. A good morning. Or we may also write, he greeted me. Okay. By the two ways we can change it. What? From direct speech into indirect speech. Next, last one. Tapas said to Jibon, Happy Christmas. How will change? Tapas wished Jibon a happy Christmas. A happy Christmas. Okay. Okay, dear children. Right? Have you understood? Next we will discuss. Okay? Then we will discuss some more sentences, some more miscellaneous sentence we will take and we will discuss. The teacher said, goodbye students. You see, this is direct speech. And when we will change from direct speech into indirect speech, you see, the teacher bade. Why? Generally, bid is the present tense and bade is its past tense. And when we say goodbye, we can use this verb. The teacher bade goodbye the students. Okay? Or you may also write, the teacher saw the students off. Okay? Or next, he said, can you drive a car? And I said no. You see, there are two sentences in the direct speech. Can you drive a car is a sentence and he replied no. So how will change when there are two sentences from direct speech into indirect speech? You see, he asked me. Why we will use ask here? Because you see, here is a what? Interrogative sentence. When the reported part is a interrogative sentence, the reporting verb changed into asked. He asked me if or whether I could drive a car. Okay, add a U means I, and that's why it is in the present. That's why it is changed into past. He asked me if or whether I could drive a car. and I replied that I couldn't, because when it is no, we can use the what? The auxiliary verb according to this sentence, because I could drive is the what? Answer, and that's why we can also write that I couldn't. Next, he said, will you take this book? And I said, yes. It is a positive reply. When there is positive reply, the what? The adjective also positive. That means he asked me if or whether I would take that book. And I replied that I would. Why it is used? When it is negative reply, the answer will be negative. When it is positive reply, the answer would be positive. So in this way, we can also change from direct speech into indirect speech. Okay, now we will discuss some mixed types. When direct speech have mixed type sentences, how can use? When we have two or more sentences in the direct speech, generally we added when we add two or more sentences. The boy said to his mother, I am feeling unwell. Okay, so unwell is a word. Unwell. Okay, unwell. Full stop. And I shan't go to school today. And then full stop. And then the what? Inverted commas. Okay, there are two sentences. When there are two sentences in the direct speech, how can change from direct speech to indirect speech? Note that when something said of a continuation of another statement, we use the reporting verbs add and then continue. Okay. If the reporting, if something is said in reply to a remark or a question, we use verbs reply, answer, respond, okay, deny, refuse, etc. like this. According to the sense of the sentence, we have to use in this manner. Now we will take example. We will take some examples. The boy said to his mother, I am feeling well. I shan't go to school today. How will change? You see, the boy complained to his mother. What he complained? He complained that I am feeling well. And he also told what? I shan't go to school today. Then we will change the boy complained to his mother that here I means who? The boy. That's why instead of why, what he will use? He. He was feeling unwell and he wouldn't go to school that day. Today will be changed into that day. We have already discussed how the adverbial change from direct speech to indirect speech. We have already discussed. Okay. And here when he will be used, instead of shouldn't, generally wouldn't is used. That's why here wouldn't is used. Okay. Right, students? Then we will go for the next. Some more examples. Direct speech. Sanju said to Manju, we shall remain indoor. It is raining. You see, that means, you see, here is a sentence and another sentence is it is raining. And when there are two sentences, how we will, add the, two sentences. Sanju told Manju that they would remain indoors. Why? As it is raining outside. You see, here as is used to combine the two sentences because it is a reason. So, according to the sense we will use. Number 2. Ajit said, Sujit, have you any money with you? You see, here is a interrogative sentence. So generally you asked, Ajit asked Sujit if or whether. We may also write whether. Whether, here you means who? Sujit. So he had any money with him. We have already discussed it. When there are two sentences, we can also use added. And added that he wished to buy a book. Because I wish to buy a book, that means he wished to buy a book. And here present tense will be changed into present simple changed into simple past, because the reporting verb is in the past tense. So in this way, we will change from direct speech to indirect speech. Okay, dear children, right? So today we discussed direct and indirect speech. Today we are going to discuss some more questions, and we have to practice some more questions right now. Okay? And it is time to test you. Question for practice. That means we will change from direct speech into indirect speech. He said, how beautiful the moon is. You see, here is a what? Exclamatory sentence, you see. When it is exclamatory sentence, how will you use? He exclaimed. He exclaimed with surprise that, you see, and here is the moon is the what? Subject. Then we will use the moon. Okay? And the moon is very beautiful. Sorry, not is, was. Why was is used? Because the reporting verb is in the past tense. That's why we will use the moon was very beautiful. Okay? Have you understood the number one? Very good. Madhu said, alas, I am ruined. Changed from direct speech to indirect speech. Very good. You see, we have already discussed about alas. So how will you use? Madhu told. Madhu told with regret or sorrow or regret that here I means Madhu. So Madhu is a girl. That's why you may use what? She. And she was ruined. R-U-I-N-E-D. Okay? Very good. Number 3. The people said, long live our chief minister. Change? It's what? Change its speech. Change the sentence from direct speech to indirect speech. Good. The people wished that our chief minister might live long. Okay, next. He said to me, thank you very much for your timely help. You see, we have to use here the capital letter because the reported speech part always begins with a capital letter. So, how will change? That means we will change he. Here, thank means what? We will change here the verb as thanked. He thanked me. He thanked me very much. That means this part will be changed as a verb. He thanked me very much for your means my, for my timely help. The last one here, number 5 perhaps. Chandra said to Madan, please lend me some money. I wish to buy what? A pen. There are 2 sentences. Change from direct speech into indirect speech. Good. Chandra requested. Why requested is used here? Because you see here is please. So Chandra requested Madan to lend. Here me means Chandra, to lend him. To lend him some money. Lend him some money. And added. We may also write added. That here I means who? Chandra. So I means, so we will write what? He. So he wished to buy what? A pen. Right, children? Have you understood how we change from direct speech to indirect speech? Very good. Now we will discuss some more questions, but it is different. How it is different? Change the following changes, the following not change. Change the following sentences into indirect speech. This is not what? It is indirect speech. Okay. Sorry, dear children, it into direct speech, not indirect. This is wrong. Change the following sentences into direct speech. That means here indirect speech is given, and we have to change from indirect speech to direct speech. That means we will do the reverse. We will do the change. The traffic policeman ordered me to stop my bike. Change from indirect speech to direct speech. Good. The traffic policeman said to me, comma, inverted comma, stop your bike. Stop your bike. Full stop and inverted comma. Okay. Next, number 2. The bookseller asked me whether I needed a dictionary. No comma here. Okay. It is a what? Indirect speech. So change from the indirect speech to direct speech. Good. The bookseller said to me, comma, inverted comma. Listen to me. When there is if or whether, generally we will write a yes no interrogative in the reported part speech by reported part. So how will you use? Do you need a dictionary? Question mark, and at the end what? the inverted comma. Good. Next, father said that truth is stronger than vice. Now change from indirect speech to direct speech. Good. Father said, it is a general truth. So how you will change? Truth is stronger than vice. Okay, next. She said that she never ate fish. Good. Change from indirect speech to direct speech. Very good. She said, okay, she said, comma, inverted comma, I never eat fish. Why it is used simple present? You see, here is a simple past tense, and that's why we have to use here what? Present simple, because the reporting verb is in the past tense. Perhaps the last one. The teacher said that Odisha became a separate state on 1st April 1936. It is a historical event. Okay. So how will change? Good. The teacher said, comma, inverted comma, Odisha became a separate state on 1st April 1936. Have you understood, dear children, how we change from indirect speech into direct speech? Have you understood? And this is all about the discussion about we have discussed what about direct and indirect speech. Have you understood? Okay, dear children, right? So thank you. Bye bye.